Hey there, everybody. Eric Worre here. Listen, I'm on a little bit of a rant attitude today. I got a lot of stuff I'm going on, laser focused on so many different things. But I wanted to chat with you about what is happening in society, number one, what how network marketing can be a solution for that, number two, and what people need to do in order to be able to take charge of their life, their situation, etc. Now, I got to tell you, this is not a political video, but it does have to deal with our sociology. And the whole world seems today that it's looking for faster, easier, um, simpler, immediate. They want just absolutely instant everything. And Jim Rohn was one of my mentors. And he said, be careful. I remember he and I sitting down backstage at an event, and we had this conversation. And I said, so what do you think is the biggest problem today, specifically about network marketing? You know, his answer was, people want to get a little bit more while doing a little bit less. And he said, Eric, here's why that thought is so dangerous. Because if you take that to the end of the road, people want to get everything and do nothing. So how far do you go down that road? I want to get a little bit more and I want to do a little bit less. Okay. You get hooked on that drug, that promise, that illusion, and pretty soon you're saying, well, I want to get everything and I want to do nothing. We see it in our politics. I want to get everything. I want to do nothing. This is unfair. I want to do everything. I want to get everything. I want to do nothing. When I was building my network marketing business in the early days, okay, you know what I was amazed at? I was amazed that nobody else was working when I was working. That when I got up in the morning, I started going to work, everybody I talked to had not started yet. And when I was done at the end of the night, I knew that everybody around me had turned off work hours before. And I remember thinking, you know what? When I'm successful, no apologies. Because you know what? I freaking earned it. I earned it. I didn't get lucky. I wasn't, didn't have some special DNA. I wasn't like given anything. I didn't have an upline that was like giving me amazing support, and I didn't have the smoothest road in the world, and I wasn't a great student or anything else. But you know what? I freaking worked. When other people slept, I worked. When other people went to the beach, I worked. When other people didn't develop themselves, I did. When other people weren't reading, I was reading. When other people weren't listening to tapes, I was listening to audio. When other people weren't going to events, I was going to events. And I just decided, you know what? When I do get there, no apologies, no false humility. I freaking earned it. A 1.8 GPA in high school, no college education, 18 jobs by the time I was 23. But when I got into this business, I wasn't whining about the support I wasn't getting. I was at first, but I learned real quick to stop whining. I wasn't complaining about my lack of support, my lack of training, and my lack of an upline. I wasn't pointing to other people as reasons why I couldn't be successful. I didn't let somebody hurt my feelings and knock me out of the game. I just decided, you know what? Screw it. I earned this. And here's the message for you. You can earn this. And when you make a decision to do this for real inside of our profession, you get off your butt, you stop complaining, you take charge. Here's what I've got to tell you. When you make that decision, you've already separated yourself from the rest of the world. Because you know what they're doing? They're sitting on the sideline, they're scrolling, they're posting, they're liking, they're commenting. They've been trained by the world to be the audience that sits back and says, oh, entertain me. Cool. Oh, yeah, give me some good ideas. Yeah, fantastic. And so long as you stay in the audience, don't complain about what you've allowed in your life. You've got to move from the audience, from the stands, right? Here's a stadium. You got to move from the stands to the sidelines. How do you move to the sidelines? By saying, put me on the team. Let me learn. Let me grow. Let me get better. Let me get stronger. Put me on the team. I might not be ready for the field, but put me on the team. Teach me what I need to do. I'm not somebody sitting in the stands buying popcorn, sitting, eating popcorn and waiting for a good play to happen. I'm sweating now. And then you prepare, you train, you build until it's time for you to be to go out on the field. You know what I mean? For you to get on the field. And guess what? When you're in training, when you're on the field, nobody else is training and nobody else is around and nobody else is pushing you. And it's a lonely business. And I wish it wasn't as lonely as it is, but guess what? There's separation anxiety between you and everybody else that you're spending time with right now. When you go from this level to this level, a bunch of the people here are not going to go with you. And you have to deal with that separation anxiety. And it's going to feel like you've forgotten where you came from. But here's the truth. You did not leave anybody behind. They stayed. They stayed behind. They stayed complaining. They stayed in the audience. They stayed on their butts. They stayed in a situation where other people were in charge of their life and their happiness. And you decided not to stay. That doesn't make you a bad person for going. That doesn't make you a bad person for taking charge. That doesn't make you a bad person for deciding that your life, and I was talking to my son the other day. Here's what you need to understand about this. This is just a game. This life, what we do with it, it's just a game. All you got to do is learn how to play the game. What are the rules of the game? And with any game, there's audience, there's people on the sideline ready to go, and then there's people on the field. You just got to decide, where's the money? Where's the money? Is it in the audience? No. If you're sitting in the audience, you are not playing the game. You are being used by the game. The game is playing you. So, just decide, how do you win in network marketing? How do you win? Make a decision, take charge, develop the skills, decide where you're going to go, and go there. Once you make the decision, nobody can stop you. In this game, nobody can cause you not to perform. That's just you. So it's just a game. And we have levels and we have ranks. We have all these different measurements in order to be able to do it. Decide you're going to crush the game. Decide you're going to make it so. So look, I just want to jump on because I was in a mood. I'm sitting here and all my personal development stuff. I got all my notes. I got all these different things piled up around me. And I decided I want to jump on and say hello to you. I will tell you this also before I go. In Los Angeles, March 22nd, I'm going to be doing a free training, 4-hour training from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. The Los Angeles Airport Marriott. You do have to register to be a part of this event. If you are there or you know people who live in Southern California, have them go to this event, March 22nd, 4 p.m. to 8 p.m., really for free. It's free, but they have to register. I've got room for 1,000 people. I'm going to be in town anyway. I'm going to be doing that training. If you go to, I'll put the link into the comments, GoPro GoProWorldTour.com. GoPro World Tour, no spaces, no nothing. GoProWorldTour.com, and you can get registered for that event. You can have your friends do the same thing. Tag them, share this, do whatever you want to do with that. I would hope to see them at the event. That's going to be super fun. So look, stop complaining. Get off your ass. It's nobody else's life. This is your game. Learn the rules, learn how to win, and win. Make it so. Okay? See you soon.